श्याम रसिया की जय।
Page 134. तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन। तू ही
तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सुत 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिय नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिया नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिय नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिया नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरी गति मति रति 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 नंद नंदन।
तेरे सिवा मेरा कोई नहीं 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही तू ही तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मम माता पिता भ्राता नंद नंदन।
तू ही मामा माता पिता भ्राता नंद नंदन।
तू ही मम माता पिता भ्राता नंद नंदन।
तू ही मामा माता पिता भ्राता नंद नंदन।
तेरा ही कहा हुआ है यह 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 नंद नंदन।
हो तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मेरा सब कुछ ही है 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 तेरा नंद नंदन।
तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा नंद नंदन।
तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा नंद नंदन।
ओ तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा नंद नंदन।
तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा नंद नंदन।
ओ तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
ओ तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैं हूँ अति ही पतित 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 नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन।
ओ तू भी तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैं हूँ अति दीनहीन 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 नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो है दीनानाथ मम नंद नंदन।
नाथ मम नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो है दीनानाथ मम नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो है दीननाथ मम नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैं सदा से हूँ विमुख नंद नंदन।
माना मैं सदा से हूँ नंद नंदन।
माना मैं सदा से हूँ विमुख नंद नंदन।
माना मैं सदा से हूँ नंद नंदन।
किंतु हो तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन।
किंतु तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन।
किंतु हो तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन।
किंतु हो तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
ओ तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने तुझको भुलाया नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने तुझको बुलाया नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने तुझको भुलाया नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने तुझको बुलाया नंद नंदन।
या मैं तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन।
या मैं तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन।
या मैं तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन।
या मैं तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने जाना नहीं तो ही 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 नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन।
ओ तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने माया को न जीता 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 नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन।
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने भक्ति किया नहीं नंद नंदन,
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 तू तो बिनु है तू स्नेही नंद नंदन,
तू तो बिनु हेत स्नेही नंद नंदन,
तू तो बिनु है तू स्नेही नंद नंदन,
तू तो बिनु हेतु स्नेही नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने किया मन माना नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने किया मन माना नंद नंदन,
मन से तो हारे ज्ञानी ध्यानी नंद नंदन,
मन से तो हारे ज्ञानी ज्ञानी नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने किया सदा पाप 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 नंद नंदन,
मेरे पाछे माया क्यों लगाया नंद नंदन,
मेरे पाछे माया क्यों लगाया नंद नंदन,
ओ मेरे पाछे माया क्यों लगाया नंद नंदन,
मेरे पाछे माया क्यों लगाया नंद नंदन,
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो तेरा नंद नंदन,
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
बोले नंद नंदन भगवान की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चेतो दर्पणमार्जनम् भवमहा दावाग्निर्वापनम् श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणम् विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दां बुद्धिवर्धनं प्रतिपदम् पूर्णामृता स्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम्। नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रणोति तस्मै तद्ग्वं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोलिए राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। भक्त समुदाय, दिव्य आत्माओं, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and every one of you, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to each and every one of you here this evening. Today is the last day in the series of lectures, Navdha Bhakti. We have been listening for 7 days now. Today is the 7th day on this topic of Navdha Bhakti or ninefold devotion. As I told you, there are many kinds of devotion. Most famous is this Navdha Bhakti. सबसे प्रसिद्ध है. First, Prahlad Ji Maharaj outlined this Navdha Bhakti to his father Hiranyakashipu in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyamatma Nivedanam. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 7th canto, 5th chapter, 23rd verse. On being asked by Hiranyakashipu, my son Prahlad, you have learned so much things from your gurus. Please tell me what you think is the highest knowledge. Prahlad Ji replied and said, Hey Pitaji, O my dear father, worshipping the Lord Bhagavan Shri Krishna in these 9 ways, I consider to be the highest of all knowledge. Shravanam Bhakti, listening to the divine philosophy, the divine pastimes, etc. of Sri Bhagwan, Sri Radha Krishna. Kirtanam, Nama Leela Gunadi Nam Muchair Bhasha tu Kirtanam. Narad Bhakti Sutra. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Rup Goswami Ji in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu says, chanting the divine names and qualities, pastimes, etc. of Sri Radha Krishna in a loud voice is called Kirtanam, Kirtan. Smaranam, lovingly meditating on the form of Radha Krishna, on their pastimes, virtues, etc. Smaran Bhakti. Pada Sevanam, worshiping the lotus feet of the Lord of a saint with love and devotion, with true love in the heart. Archanam, worshiping an image of the Lord, Murti, through ritualistic worship, but with love, seeing that image as God personified Himself. Archan Bhakti. Vandanam, prostrating with humility and reverence before God, before a saint. Dasyam and Sakhyam. Dasya, servitude. Sakhyam, friendship. Establishing the relation of servant, servitude, that I am a servant, the Lord is my master, and friendship, the Lord is my eternal friend. Establishing that in the heart, in the mind. And finally, Atmanivedanam, Sarva Samarpan, surrendering everything to Bhagavan. This is also outlined by Bhagavan Shri Ram to Shabari in the Ramayana. We'll go through that afterwards. Tonight I want to discuss first the last bhakti, Atmanivedanam. And then we will look at the 9 types that Bhagwan Shri Ram outlined to Shabari also, briefly, as much as time would allow. So, Atmanivedanam, completely surrendering, Sarva Samarpan. In the Vedas it says, Nayam Atma Pravachanina Labhyo na Medhayana Bahuna Shrutena Kathopanishad 1-23. First canto, second chapter, 23rd verse. This Ved mantra is saying, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo. Our aim is to know God, to know Sri Krishna. How can we know Sri Krishna? Or why should we want to know Sri Krishna? The Vedas tell us, Tameva viditvati mitumeti nanya pantha vidyate yanai. Shvetashvataro Upanishad, chapter 3, verse 8. The Vedas say, only by knowing Sri Krishna, God, Sri Krishna, can the individual soul, we, the Jivatma individual soul, become free from Maya. There is no other way. So, if we want to become free from Maya, that we never have to come back in this material world and suffer, to become free from this endless rotation in the cycle of 8.4 million forms of life form, 84 lakh yoni. To become free from that we never have to come back in this material world and suffer, then we have to know Sri Krishna. The Vedas, first they say that we have to know God, Sri Krishna, and then they say there is no other way. Having said that we have to know God, the only way to become free from Maya is by knowing Sri Krishna, there is no need to say there is no other way. But the Vedas is saying, so to kind of put a pronunciation mark, this is the only way. We have to know Sri Krishna. So, how are we going to know Sri Krishna? So the Vedas are saying, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo, by listening to lectures, pravachan, as we're listening to lectures now. By listening to lectures about God, we will not be able to find God. So uncountable saints come and give lectures to us about God, we will not be able to know God. Na medhaya. Medhaya means buddhi. Even if we were to have the buddhi, the intellect of uncountable Saraswatis and Brihaspatis, the authorities of knowledge, and we try to search for God, for Sri Krishna, we will not be able to find Him. Na bahuna shrutena. Shrutena, by listening again and again. About God, we will not be able to know Him. Even if Bhagwan Sri Krishna Himself, God Himself, were to come here before us and start speaking about Himself, we will not be able to know Him. If God were to come and sit before us, surely we will know Him. No. God is sitting in our heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe junathishtati. Chapter 18, verse 61, Gita. God is sitting in our heart. He's pervading in every part of our body. What benefit are we getting? You may say, okay, that way we don't see Him, but if He was to come and stand in front of us as Sri Krishna, Sri Ram, then surely we will fall on unconscious with bliss. No. I told you during this series of lectures that we have seen God. Whenever He has come in this world as Sri Krishna, Sri Ram, we have seen Him uncountable times. We, the individual souls, are beginningless. Just as Bhagwan Sri Krishna is unborn, eternal, beginningless, we, the individual souls, are also unborn, eternal, beginningless. In that aspect, we can compete with Bhagwan. He can't win us in that aspect. Just as Sri Krishna is unborn, eternal, beginningless, we, the individual souls, if we were to go in a competition, we will also say, yeah, I am also unborn, eternal, beginningless, indestructible. So whenever God has come as Sri Krishna, Sri Ram, etc., we were always there. We never benefited. As I told you, जाकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूर्ति देखी तीन तैसी. Why? Because however we are on the inside, Sattva Guni, Rajoguni, Tamoguni, we can be a very good person, Sattva Guni, a very ambitious person, greedy, ambitious, power hungry, Rajoguni, or we can be Tamoguni, lazy, lack incentive, desire the dirtiest and worst things in the world. However we are on the inside, if we were to meet Bhagavan, we were to see Bhagavan, that will get reflected like a mirror upon Him. we'll see Him exactly how we are, with all the faults and all the defects. And this is what has happened whenever God and the saint has come in the world. Uncountable times Bhagwan Krishna has taken descension. Uncountable times He has sent saints. We have met God-realized souls, saints, uncountable times. But we never benefit because we judge by how we are. Bhagwan Krishna Himself says in Gita, Avajananti mamurha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Chapter 9, verse 11, Gita. Hey Arjun, unaware of my divine nature, ignorant human beings under the control of Maya mistake me for an ordinary human being, like themselves. Look at history. When saints came in this world, what happened? All those great saints we hear about, Tulsidas, Surdas, Nanak, Tukaram, Meera. What did we do? We cursed, we criticized, we abused, poisoned. What we didn't do? We did not even spare Bhagavan. Do not think that you are going to see Bhagavan is going to come and stand in front of you or sit next to you and you're going to benefit. No. So this is why the Vedas are saying, Nayam Atma Pravachana Labhyo na Medhaya na Bahuna Shrutena. Somebody may say, okay, we can't know God, but then we can know Him by reading the Vedas, doing yagna, fasting, rituals, etc. Bhagwan Krishna says, Naham Vedai na tapasa na dane na chejaya. Chapter 11, verse 53, Gita. No amount of reading of the Vedas, study of the Vedas, performance of Vedic rites and rituals, fasting, charity, etc., can help anyone to know God. So we have found out how we cannot know God. Let us find out how we can know Him. We go back to the Vedas, Kathopanishad. Same verse. In the one line it tells us how we cannot know Him. In the second line it says, Yame Vaisha Vinute Tinalabhyas Tasaisha Atma Vivinute Tanugam Swam. Kathopanishad, first canto, second chapter, 23rd verse. Same shlok, second half. In the first half it tells us how we cannot know Bhagwan. The second half it says, God is saying that it is saying that God, Shri Krishna, can be known, seen and attained only by those upon whom He showers His grace, His kripa, His prasad. So how we going to know God? Only through His grace. Gita too says, Tat prasadat param sthanam shashvati param avyayam. Sthanam shashvati param avyayam. Chapter 18, verse 62, Gita. Bhagwan Krishna says, Arjun, only when the Lord will shower His grace, His prasad, His grace, His kripa, you will attain divine bliss, divine love, you will know Him. Only. Remind too, Ram kripa binu Sunu khagarai, jani na jai Ram prabhutai, jane binu न होई परतीति, और बिनु परतीति होई नहीं प्रीति। First, Bhagwan will shower his grace, Kripa. Then we will know him. Then we will have faith in him, Paratiti. Then we will love him, Preeti. So number one, Kripa. God will shower his grace. Number two, we will know him. Number three, we will have faith in him. Number four, we will love him, become free from Maya, etc. You don't do anything. The moment Bhagwan will shower his grace, we'll become free from Maya, we will attain Godization, we will see Krishna, attain him, know him. Now, so we compulsory that God first has to shower his grace. But how we are going to attain the grace of Bhagwan? So the Vedas tell us, Todasyeva Sharana Amahasya Rigved. The Vedas say, Bhagwan himself is saying, only when you surrender to me, I will shower my grace on you. Sharan. You come, you surrender, you take shelter in me, you surrender to me. Te tva mada indamadayantu shushmanam tu viradasam jaritra eko devatra dayase. Rigved. The moment we surrender to the Lord, to Bhagwan, to Shri Krishna with complete faith, he will remove the ocean of Maya and give us divine love, divine bliss, supreme happiness. Urtishthasva dharastavano devya kripa. Rigved. If we want to attain the divine things that Bhagwan have, his divine qualities, divine bliss, then we have to surrender to him. Many places. That prayer I said in the beginning. Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam yo vai vedanscha prahinoti tasmai tagvam ha devam atma buddhi prakasham mumukshuravai sharanamaham prapadye. Shvetashvataropanishad chapter 6 verse 18. The Lord from whom Brahma came first, Brahma the creator, he is born from Sri Krishna's navel, from whom the Vedas appeared afterwards. By surrendering to that Supreme Lord, one is able to know him only by surrendering. So I pray to him that I am able to surrender also and attain, I can know him also. Thousands of places. Bhagavad also. Mamekam sharanam atmanam sarvadehinam yahi sarvatma bhavena yayasya kuto bhayah. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 11th canto, 12th chapter, 15th verse. Bhagwan Krishna is saying, Uddhav, my friend Uddhav, only if you surrender to me, you will become free from Maya. Only then you will attain me, otherwise you will never be free from Maya. And Gita. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata. Chapter 18 verse 62. Ev, only. The word ev means only. Arjun, Only when you surrender to the Lord, He will shower His grace upon you. Only then you will attain divine love, supreme happiness, etc. Daivi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metantarantite. Chapter 7 verse 14 Gita. Hey, this Maya that people say is an illusion. Sri Krishna says, no, it's not an illusion. By saying Maya doesn't exist, no one can become free from Maya. Why? Sri Krishna says, Daivi Hesha, because Maya is a divine power. Aur Mama Maya, Meri Maya, Maya belongs to me, he says, it's my power. So no one can become free from Maya by themselves. How to become free? Mam Ev, only. Only the one who completely surrenders to Sri Krishna. Prapadyante. Then Sri Krishna will say to Maya, okay, leave that one now, they are mine. Only when Sri Krishna will tell Maya to leave. And that will happen only when we completely surrender. Mame vaye prapadyante. Completely surrender. Ananyas chintayantu mam ye janah paripasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Chapter 9 verse 22 Gita. Shri Krishna says, those who worship me exclusively, no Devatas, no Rakshas, no human being, only Shri Krishna exclusively and completely surrender themselves to me. The Lord says, to them I bring attainment of what they do not have, and I protect what they have. Mana krama vachana chari chaturai bhajata hi kripa karat raghurai. The moment we give up all tricks and deceitfulness and tactics, I am so smart, nobody can outsmart me. No, we have to give that up. Stop being cunning and smart and wise. Wise doesn't mean spiritually, in the worldly way. That nobody can take it, nobody can outsmart me. I am so smart. The moment we give all that up and completely surrender, we are blessed by the grace of the Lord. We are able to know Him, attain Him. So, we have to completely surrender. Now, what does surrender mean? In the world, if somebody comes and points a gun at you, they take a gun and come and point at you, what do? You surrender. Nobody puts their hand in the pocket. You put your hand in your pocket, they'll shoot you. You put your hands up, you surrender. When a businessman declares bankruptcy, what happens? He cannot do anything. When the army of a country attacks another country and defeats them, what happens? They don't do anything, they surrender. So surrender means doing nothing. Kuch nahi karna. The condition for attaining Bhagwan's grace is to do nothing. There's no fee. We don't pay for it. कुछ नहीं करना, to do nothing. But how do we do nothing? In the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthatya karmakrit. Chapter 3, verse 5, Gita. That no one can remain inactive even for a moment. So how are we going to attain that state of doing nothing? Surrender doesn't mean saying, "Oh Lord, I surrender to you." Verbal surrender. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Some people, they just say that. The Guru just say that and go to sleep. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Hey Krishna, I surrender to you. Just say that. This is like the person who drinks alcohol all night long. शाम को खूब सी पी, शाम को खूब सी पी, सुबह को तौबा कर ली, सुबह को तौबा कर ली, रिंद से रिंद रहे, हाथ से जन्नत न गई. So they drink alcohol whole night and in the morning they beg for, "Oh Khuda, hey Bhagwan, please forgive me." And in this way, they also do not have to give up their bad habit and they do not incur any sin. This kind of foolish surrender will not work. So surrender is not to be done physically, ceremoniously, or verbally. Words of no importance to God. So how are we to surrender? So we have to understand who or what is the performer of our actions. Is it our mouth, our eyes, our hands, our feet, etc.? Are these the performer of our action? No. The Vedas say, "Mana eva manushyanam karnam bandhamokshayoho." Brahma Bindu Upanishad, second mantra. Man means the mind. Ev, alone. Karnam is the cause. Bandhan of bondage, moksha, liberation. The Vedas say the mind alone is the cause of bondage as well as liberation. This is the mistake we make in the world today. Big Babaji, big Sanstha. Swamiji's, Babaji's teaching the disciple, the followers, to only worship God physically. Forgetting the main thing. Read so much times Sundar Kand. Read Hanuman Chalisa so many times. Do jap on the mala so many times. Go in India and do parikrama, Govardhan mountain. You will go to Golok. One time, I've listened to this incident from my guru, Shri Maharaji. There was a paper in India, I don't know if it's still published, it's called Kalyan from Gita Press. They published this magazine. So somebody wrote in that magazine that if somebody read the Ramayana, Sundar Kand, 108 times, they will see Ram. They will see God. So people went and read. Some people read 3 and 4 times. 316. Not only one time. And they did not see Ram. So they came to Sri Kripaluji Maharaj and said, "Maharajji, we heard this thing and we read this thing that if somebody read the Ramayana 108 times, they will see Ram. We read 316 times and we did not see Ram." So Kripaluji Maharaj, Shri Maharaj said, where did you hear that? Who told you that? Oh, we read it where? In this Kalyan. Maharaji says, is this Kalyan Patra Ved? Shastra? It's a magazine, newspaper. Who writes that? A worldly person. Why did you follow that? No saint writes that. This is what we do. Any people tell us all kind of foolishness. Not being saints, and we follow. Read, people do Ramayana. They do Bhagavad 7 days. Oh, Parikshit listened to Bhagavad 7 days, Bhagavad, and he went to Bhagwan. So we are listening to Bhagavad too, and we'll also go to Bhagwan. Before Parikshit even listened to Bhagavad, Parikshit was already God realized. Parikshit saw Bhagwan Krishna inside the womb of the mother. Bhagwan went in there to protect Parikshit. From that Brahmastra. Parikshit saw Bhagwan inside the womb. When he came out, he kept looking everywhere. Everybody's wondering, why is he looking everywhere like this? Staring. He was looking, that person I saw in there, where is he? That's how we got the name Parikshit. And the one who is telling Bhagavad, Shukadev. Paramhans remained in the womb of the mother for 12 years. Only after getting the blessing from Veda Vyas that Maya would not affect him, he came out. And the moment he came out, he started to run. Parikshit is also, Shukadev is also called Brahm, Bhagavan. In other words, the one who is reading Bhagavad, Brahm. The one who is listening, Brahm. God realized. And the one in the world today, worldly person reading, worldly person listening. The one who is speaking Sanskrit, the other one is sleeping, doesn't understand anything. And 7 days, and I will go to, just like Parikshit, to Golok. No. Bhagavad makes it clear. Only through bhakti, bhaktya. Only through bhakti can you become free from Maya. So, not just the mind, this is the most important thing. We have to surrender the mind. Because the mind is the performer of the action. This is why Shri Krishna says to Arjun, Mayeva mana adhasva, may buddhim niveshaya. Chapter 12, verse 8, Gita. Arjun, give your mind and intellect to me. Not only the mind, give the intellect also. I give the mind, but I can still use my intellect. No. Give the mind as well as the intellect. In other words, do not question when it comes to God, to the saint, to the scriptures. Wahan doubt nahi karna. Not like Arjun. Arjun is saying to Shri Krishna, Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichhami tvam dharma samurha cheta यच्छे यस्यानुशितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम. Chapter 2, verse 7, Gita. Hey Krishna, please guide me, for I am unable to decide on the right course of action due to the extreme bewilderment of my mind. I seek your guidance as your fully surrendered disciple. Shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapanna. Not pan, prapan. Completely surrender. Prapan means completely surrender in the mind and intellect. And everywhere Arjuna is saying, no, no, why, but. That's not surrender. So Sri Krishna says, Arjun, you have to give your mind and intellect to me. That is surrender. Completely remove it. Just like when we went to school and the teacher says we're going to spell knife today. So put K first, K-N-I-F-E. Put K first. Nobody objected and said, no, sir, you should put N first. We accepted. And we are able to eventually, whatever teacher teaches us, we are able to attain and get a degree one day. In the same way, we have to completely remove the intellect when it comes to God, when it comes to the saint. That is surrender. Surrendering is not action, physical, it is action in the mind. Meaning that whatever God and the saint tells us, God in terms of the scriptures and Guru, because we can't really understand the scriptures, but we don't have doubt. But what Guru tells us, there of course, no doubt. If when Guruji says, do this, and then we say, okay, Maharaji, you say do that, but look, Maharaji, I'm a householder. I live in the world and you're telling me do this. But I think I should do this. That is not surrender. Then Maharaji is not your Guru anymore. Then you have become Maharaji's Guru. Because now you know better than him. Guru means Agya Samanos Sahib Seva. To follow the instructions of the saint, of the Guru, 100%, that is Guru. If Guru gives Agya, and then you decide you are going to do what you want, then he's not Guru anymore. Your intellect is Guru. Why go to him and say, Guruji, just to bow to somebody? Nah, that's not why he is Guru. So first, as I mentioned, the night I did Pada Sevanam, the fourth night I spoke on Guru. Who is a Guru? We have to make sure that he is a genuine saint. God realize. And then, because Guru is God personified, whatever he tells us, we have to understand it is for our benefit. It may not sound like that. It may not look like that. Because we don't even know anything. So that's why we would never understand. We just have to accept. That is surrender. So, Atmanivedanam, Sarva Samarpan. We have to completely surrender. There's much more on this topic. But I did mention also, I want to briefly go through what Bhagwan Sri Ram said to Shabadi in the Ramayana also. Some time we'll go in more detail, and you keep hearing lectures all the time. We should, all the time. Until this philosophy sits, becomes firm in the mind, in the intellect. the more firm this philosophy becomes, the more we'll benefit and the faster our love will grow. The reason why we don't progress spiritually and we keep falling is because our philosophy is very weak. Every moment something happens, we get doubt, and then we fall. So the philosophy, when it becomes strong, your bhakti will grow with speed. तेजी आगे बढ़ेगा. Let's look now very briefly. Bhagwan Shri Ram says to Shabari, Navada bhagati kahi tuhu pai, savdhan sunu dharu man mahi. Shabari, I am going to relate Navdha bhakti, ninefold devotion to you. So be very alert, savdhan. Absorb your mind and listen very carefully. Prathama bhagati santan kar sanga. First bhakti, associate with the saints. Join in your mind and intellect with the saint. Not just go and meet in the saint, that's not satsang. As I just mentioned, when we accept what the saint tells us, we join our intellect with his, then that is satsang. You just go and meet and bow, Jai Ho Maharaji, and you walk away. That's not satsang. Du sarirati mama katha prasanga. Second bhakti, having love to listen to my divine philosophy, my divine narrations, pastimes, etc. Guru pada pankaj seva, tisari bhakti aman. The third devotion, Shabari, is to serve the lotus feet of the saint with great humility and reverence, to be free from ego. Do not serve the Guru and think, I have done something. You should give the Guru everything and still feel, I have given nothing. Because what Guru is going to give you, you cannot pay with material things. If the Guru were to give you if through the Guru's grace, we were to understand one word of the scripture, which we could not understand even uncountable lifetimes of reading, then if we were to give that Guru the wealth of the uncountable universes, we cannot repay him. So there should not be any pride that I have done something. With great humility and veneration and reverence. Chaut Guru Pada Pankaj Seva Tisari Bhakti Aman Chauti Bhagati Mama Guna Gana Karai Kapat Tajigan. And the fourth devotion, Shabari, chanting the names and qualities and pastimes of the Lord without any deceitfulness, without pride, with love. Mantra japa mama didha vishvasa panchama bhajan soved prakasa. Shabari, the fifth devotion is to have faith in the names, in the mantras, etc. of the Lord. In other words, to have the faith that God is sitting in the name. That there's no difference between Bhagavan and the name. It should not just be words that I am chanting Gayatri mantra. I can chant Sanskrit mantra. No. Having the faith that God is sitting in the name, that the name and God is one. Chatdam Sila Birati Bahu Karma Nirata nirantara sajjana dharma. The sixth devotion, Shabari, is to be, not to react even in the most adverse of circumstances. When things happen, it should not to cause us to react adversely, to have bad feeling, to have feeling against God, knowing that whatever happens is as a result of my karma. This is the fruit of my actions, good or bad. Avashyameva bhoktavyam kritam karma shubha shubham. We will have to bear the fruits of our good actions as well as bad actions. Bhagwan gives us the right to perform action. Karma nevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma palahetu bhurmate sangosta karmani. Chapter 2 verse 47 Gita. Arjun, I give you the right to perform action. Free will. God gives us free will, but He does not give us the right to the fruits. Or else, if He gives us the right to the fruit, we will do wrong action and say, okay, give me good fruit. Bhagwan says, no. I give you the right to do whatever you want, but I determine the fruit. If you do good action, you're going to get good fruit. You do bad actions, you will get bad fruits. Do not blame anyone. Whatever happens to us is as a consequence of what we have done. Purva janma kritam karma tad devamiti kathyate hitopadesh. The actions I perform in my past life, out of the free will that God has given to me, that becomes my destiny in this lifetime. I am the maker of my destiny. It's not written in any panchang. Stop going to the Jyotish and the astrologers and asking them to see what is in my future. It's all nonsense. He can't determine his own future. How can he determine yours? Otherwise, everybody will win the lotto. All those astrologers. They will know the future before. It's all nonsense. Understanding that, continue to perform action. Do your duty. Look at the saints, how they live in this world. Sajjan, the saints. Jnani bhugate jnanate, murak bhugate roya. The saints, they are unaffected by death and disease, etc. They are unaffected because they know this is all an imminent part of life. We take birth, we have to die. You have to suffer. Once you're born in this world, you have to have disease, sickness, everything is going to happen. Whether you're a saint or you're a worldly person, everybody has to have suffer karma. Prarabdha. Nobody is free from that. But the saint remains unaffected. Look at how he lives in the world and perform your duty in the same way. Satav sama mohimaya jag dekha mote sant adhik karilekha. I'm being brief. Now, I've explained most of this before. He says, that was the sixth I mentioned, this is the seventh. The seventh devotion, Shabari, is to see me in every particle of the world, to see me everywhere and in everything, to see God. God pervades in every particle of the world. God is in everyone. That same Radha Krishna, if you say I am Radha Krishna is my Lord, I loved Radha Krishna, I loved Radharani Shri Krishna. That same Shri Krishna is sitting in the heart of all living beings. Then how can you say hurtful words to others and hurt them? Such a person will not be able to hurt even an ant, cheetee, far less to hurt another human being. Seeing God everywhere in everything, and knowing the saint to be greater than Bhagavan. Mote sant adhik kari lekha. For a sadhak, I mentioned this on the fourth night, for a sadhak, Guru is even more important than God, because Guru is the one who is going to do everything for us. Ashtam jatha labh santosha sapne hu nahi dekhahi pardosha. The eighth devotion, Shabadi, is to be contented, whether in gain or loss. Again, prarabdha. Whatever happens is as a result of what I have done. Knowing that. And secondly, the one who is given the fruit is Bhagavan. If I love Bhagavan, then whatever he gives me is prasad. Even the bad is prasad. For a devotee, प्यार भी कृपा और खार भी कृपा. A true devotee looks upon the worst thing as the kripa of Bhagavan also. लाभ ही नहीं, हानि भी. We don't know. The worst thing can be the greatest grace from Bhagavan, from Guru. But only a devotee can think like that. Because a devotee accepts everything as prasad. Knowing that the Lord is everything, He is the one who gives the fruits. And if I love Bhagavan, then whatever Bhagavan gives, I will love. Everything is prasad. Then you will do the eighth bhakti. And sapnehu nahi de kahi par dosha. Not even in dream to see faults. I mentioned to you one of the most dangerous things is to find faults in others. If we have to find faults, let us find our own faults and fix them. Because as long as we are under Maya, we have all the faults inside of us. If you say, I have no fault, then you're a saint, Mahapurush. Navam sadal sab san chalhina mama bharosahiya harashana dina. And the ninth devotion, Shabadi, is to become childlike. How are we going to realize God? We have to go back to that stage of a newborn baby. Navjat Shishu. Chalheen kapat. Tihin. Free from all deceitfulness and all kapat. All tricks. We have to become like a little baby who knows nothing, who does not know how to lie, who doesn't know all these tricks and all these things we learn as we get bigger and bigger. So the Navdha, the ninth, is the same as Atmanivedan, when we completely give up Manakrama Bachana Chari Chaturai. Same thing. Given up all Chalheen, all the Chal Kapat, becoming like a newborn baby. Mama Bharos here, to have faith only in the Lord, and not to be overjoyed or become depressed by anything in the world. Something good happened, Jai Ho, you start dancing. And something bad happened, hey Bhagwan, why me? Why me? Oh Lord. No. Not to be like that. But having faith in the Lord, knowing that the Lord give it and the Lord take it. Sometimes He gives His kripa, sometimes He takes His kripa. Having that faith that He alone knows what's good for me, then you will know bhakti. So briefly, this also Bhagwan Sri Ram tells to Shabari the ninefold devotion in the Ramayana. So we have listened for 7 days about Navdha Bhakti. In my own most limited way, I'm very limited. I don't claim to be knowing anything or any knowledge. Whatever I've told you is a little bit I've understood from my Guru. Whatever knowledge I have, He has given to me. I cannot claim to be knowledgeable. So I can't claim that I have been able to expound so beautifully that all your doubts have gone and you are so clear now. I may have put more doubt in your mind. Who knows? Hopefully not. I do hope that through the grace of Radha Krishna and my Guru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, I have been able to help you a little bit, only through their grace, to understand a little bit about this Navdha Bhakti, which can help us, whether we do Vaidhi Bhakti or Raganuga Bhakti, all have to do Navdha Bhakti. But as I mentioned to you, in the Navdha Bhakti, 3 are most important. Tasma Sarvatmanarajan Haris Sarvatra Sarvada Shrotavya Kititavyascha Smartavyo Bhagavan Ninam. Bhagavad Shukadev ji says to Parikshit, these 3 bhakti are the most important. Shrotavya Shravanam, listening as you're doing right now to divine philosophy. Kirtanam, Kirtavya, chanting the divine name of the Lord Radha Krishna. And the most important, Smaranam, meditating on the divine form, on the virtues, etc. Even amongst these 3, the saints, Kripaluji Maharaj as well as Gaurang Mahaprabhu, and the scriptures tell us, Smaran Bhakti, Roop Dhyan is the most important bhakti. Gaurang Mahaprabhu ji says, Maner Smaran Pran, meditating on the form of Radha Krishna is the life of all devotion, the life of all bhakti. In other words, we can do 9 bhakti, 100 bhakti, million bhakti, but if we don't do smaran, roop dhyan, it's like multiplying by 0. And we can do only smaran, roop dhyan, and no other bhakti, we will get everything. And if we do million bhakti and we add smaran, we will get everything. But smaran is most important. Roop dhyan. There is much more. Time is limited and I've crossed the time already. So I will finish here tonight. I want to thank you for giving me the time and opportunity in my limited way to try to explain this Navdha Bhakti, and I hope that this has helped in some way in increase in our devotion and progressing spiritually. The rest some other time. Bole Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki, Larli Lal ki, Siyavar Ramchandra ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Just a quick reminder, of course we'll finish this series of lectures before we stand for Aarti. You've been hearing every night that from Saturday, there's a long weekend coming up, Memorial Day weekend, and so there's a long weekend. Monday is a holiday. we have a spiritual retreat right here at Yugal Kunj. The schedule for the retreat has been published on the Yugal Kunj page. If you go online, you will see it. I think they may even have copies at the front desk. You can ask. So the schedule is there. We start Saturday morning at 6 o'clock and we go till 9:30. Between their breaks, we have many things. Besides meditation and chanting, we have campfire, so many things we have. Games, etc., spiritual games. On Sunday, we again start at 6 a.m., but we go till 12 midnight, extra chanting, plus mahfil, etc. On Monday, because we go till late, we will start at 7 a.m. and then we'll finish around 1 o'clock. All right, the schedule is there. If you cannot make the full time, however much time you can make and whatever time you can look at the schedule and see whichever sections you want to attend and you will think will help you more, you can attend, please do. All right, don't think that you can't attend the whole time of the retreat and so you can't come. You can come whenever you want to and participate. All are welcome. There's no fee or anything. All are welcome to come and join. Let's all stand for Arati.